Hello and happy gaming, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and we are back with a little bit more One Step from Eden. And this time around, I showed you the Mana Fire loadout. I actually alluded to this in my previous video that I did with Wizard of Legend. I used Gunner's Bullet Hell loadout to get the Bravely Default achievement, and in case anyone has any doubts that I got it, and there we go. Bravely Default. Beautiful, beautiful work of RPG brilliance on the DS, by the way. If you haven't played Bravely Default yet, first of all, are you a real human being? But second of all, go play it. Seriously, go play it. There's a sequel to it coming out later this year. It's going to be so good. It's going to be so good. Play Bravely Default! So I drooled on myself. Sorry. So that little tangent over with. Let's get back to what we were doing. Today, I am going to show you the self-proclaimed Queen of the North. It says it right there. All I had to do was read the written script. We're going to be using Selicy's Snow loadout. Now, to be fair, I like her Catgirl skin better, but I'll be using her normal skin because to me that kind of goes along with the snow motif a little bit better. So, how Selicy works is that you want to build up stacks of frost on enemies, and then either finish out those frost stacks. Yes, I will gain more spell power, and I will take this as well. And I'll also take Entrench, because I'm gonna... So, my preferred focuses for Selicy are Anima to get more frost spells, and then Phalanx to give myself more shielding. And I will be getting rid of Zenith because, honestly, this spell has no sense in this loadout. It just doesn't do any here. I'll even show it to you before I move on to the next fight. Alright, here's Zenith. Yeah, there you go. Unless you have the ability to jump onto the opponent's side, which, by the way, you can't do while casting a spell. Actually, let me test that. Yeah, that was stupid. Yeah, it just doesn't work. So we will be removing Zenith because that spell just doesn't work on any build aside from Selicy's own Invade build. And then we'll be moving forward. And I think probably the best thing to do is to aim for getting more spells first. So we'll take the somewhat more challenging Hazard route. Now, when I first started playing this game, I was actually pretty certain that there is no reason to keep cold medicine, but as it turns out, that spell is actually kind of amazing. Because it drops 2 frost stacks on the enemy for nothing. Just straight up nothing, and it's great. I would rather have a different bonus for shields up, so, you know, miss me with that shit. While I have flow, gain 5 defense. Alright, so unfortunately there's no way to save the hostage, so screw it, I'm just gonna kill both of them. Not the biggest fan of shield catching. You know, we may even remove the Miss Me shield later, because depending on how the build works out, I'm probably going to be... Let's just wipe you out immediately. Probably going to be going for fighting the gate. And yes, I don't know how to dodge Seraph's attack after you kill the gate, but doesn't mean I'm not going to try. There we go. Alright, cool. So, how Selicy's main weapon works. If your opponent has frost stacks on them, you can hit them with her weapon to do extra damage. I don't think there's a way to highlight what her weapon is, but I believe it does 80 damage per frost stack on the opponent, and then just 10 by itself. There we go. Yeah, so it does 80 damage per frost stack. Obviously, if you hit them with the third frost stack, I will say Corset, by the way. And Bismuth, here we go. So we've got plenty of shielding now. There's still a couple of shield-based spells that I am going to try to pick up. But I'm going to try to focus more so on ice-based spells unless we find just really good really good shield spells at this point. And at this point I feel like my offenses have taken a hit for me to get so much shielding. And I'm sure there's a contingent of you right now that are going, yeah, no shit, you've got nothing but defense. I'm dumb. Oh yeah, sure, just force a shuffle, why not? Oh, that's right. So I didn't know this, but if you have something that you can root yourself with, he still attacks you for that. Thanks, jackass. And now we should be able to finish the fight there, and beautiful. And I will let you live. Now, one thing I could do is I could go for the completely altruistic route and try to go for the terrible ending, but I'm still trying to figure out how best to dodge Seraph's attack at the very end there. Alright, so we're going to take the hard route. Yeah, problem is I still don't know how exactly to save you. I apologize, but none of my spells kind of go over. So I'm hoping to get, like, you know, something that does that. None of these spells are that. I need, like, Ice Hockey or Hailstorm, something along those lines. By the way, no, that spell can't hurt you on its way back. I just instinctually got out of the way because that's just what you do. How in the world did I do that? Alright, stack up a bunch of shields, shuffle, and go again. Come on. Working on it, lady. Have some patience. My deck is almost entirely defense, so try to chill. Ring of Fire. I like this spell. It does a lot of good passive damage. I'm just a little iffy on clogging up my deck with things that aren't ice-based. I'm just hoping that I don't end up suffering for trying to go for a theme here. Oh, you bastard. By the way, of all the hazards, the volcano is the one that I dislike the most. There we go. Ugh, starting to regret going for this focus, because for some reason the game just doesn't want me to have good things. Slow motion! Increase shuffle time by 1 second. I'm gonna say no to that. So as you can see, apparently ice-based spells don't exist anymore. There we go. You want to not hide behind your hostage? Sure. Guessing the answer is no. Alright, coward, come on. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, well, you know what? I need to take something that's aggressive. I can't just go through the entire game with all shield spells. Because, hey, guess what? You don't do damage with all shield spells. I know, big fucking surprise, right? But if you don't want to fight me, you could just, you know, piss off. One. Oops. I made an oops. Whew! Almost got hit by that. So it's not like I'm not doing enough damage, man. I just could be doing better if the game were to, you know, cooperate with me and actually let me have something aggressive. Kind of a bold statement, I know, but... There we go. So for those of you who are wondering, Selicy is pretty much my favorite character in this game. I don't know why, just for something about the character herself is just, I don't know, I find her to be delightful. And I don't know if it's all about, you know, she's the youngest character in the game. And I'm pretty sure she's the youngest character in the game by a country mile. But I always have had a soft spot for characters that have an affinity to the ice and cold. That's why consistently one of my favorite characters from the Mortal Kombat franchise is Sub-Zero. Whoops. So what about Glacius from Killer Instinct? Yep, I like Glacius too. This is going to be Violet because I'm playing as Selicy. I don't know, it's something about cold-based characters and me. We get along, and I completely missed that attack because I'm a double dumbass. Finally, an ice-based spell, Jeebus. And yeah, we'll take Mana Vein. Alright, so now we're going to take the top route because I am planning on hitting the shop. Kaboom! You got what you friggin' deserve. Oh yeah! I don't need to pull enemies closer to me. I'm trying not to take fire spells. Alright. Got a little area of effect there. There we go. Frost Barrage is another wonderful area of effect spell. I hope I said spell and not smell, because if I said smell, then I'm now relegated to going back to the old clown college and trying to figure out my life. It's ice, it's not great, but hey, it's something. It applies frost, that's what I need. Help you, help you! Save them, hurt you, I've got it! Aha, you missed. Alright, come on game, give me aggressive spells. There we go. Exploit the crap out of that pattern. Leave nothing unchecked. We are gonna take Miracle, why not? Thing is, that must be a very small chance to work, because I've never seen it work. You're nothing. Not gonna lie, I'm not 100% sure how to really make Cassidy's scarf work for me. So, you know, if someone's got something, let me know. Lose 5 money when you shuffle for 2 battles, but gain a removal. We're gonna do that because, actually, I think I do want to remove the Miss Me shield. It was good temporarily, but now I'm just kinda, you know, you can just take that out. Alright, so we're going to start by upgrading one of our aggressive spells. Shots +2, I love it. Now let's upgrade one of our defensive spells. I'm going to upgrade Corset. That double cast is perfect. That's a lot of shield for basically almost no overhead. And we'll save the rest of our money. So the thing, and here's the thing about Corset, and I know it seems, how dare you? It seems like it's going to be a bad investment. You hit yourself for 40 to get 100 shield. But here's the thing, that 40 will come out of your shield. So no, you're not just paying to get hoodwinked. There we go. Shotgun, nope. And now versus Violet. And of course, stacking shield against Violet gives you the bonus of having a little bit of a margin for error when doing this attack. How dare you? Also, trust me, Violet 2 used to be a lot harder. Those of you who have been playing the game will probably know that. She used to be Violet 2 used to be a run ender, to say nothing about what she was like at rank 3 or 4. And there we go. Go, Ice Lady, go! Alright. So Saffron and Gunner could be here. Could take out Hazel before she becomes a serious problem. But I'm thinking I'd like to recruit either Saffron or Gunner. Either one of them would be good. Gunner can help you out in a bad spot. You just go to a campfire, and bada boom, bada bing, and shabingo shaboingo, and he will help you recover some health. Because he gives you medkits that he claims he never uses. I think he's a damn liar. Any career soldier knows that a good medkit is gonna go a long ways. You don't forsake first aid when you're out on mission. And I've got the things. Okay, so I guess we're kind of going fire and ice. Thing is, Firewall is great against the gate, and for all my hemming and hawing and going, I don't want to take that particular route, I can't deny that Firewall is a very effective spell to have against the Gate of Eden. That, and it's always good to have another aggressive option. Fissure, Salvage, Deck Slam. I kind of need more Frost. This is the thing, I need more Frost. I'm hoping to find like Ice Hockey or Hailstorm or Blizzard. Or even more maximum mana to even cast some of those with. God damn it, I hit the wrong spell. Move around, you little whelp. Which, by the way, I'm not using that as an insult. That's pretty sure that's what that is a dragon whelp. So many spells under Anima, it's not hard to get lost in the sauce a little bit. Well, shit. How the hell am I supposed to hit the monolith? Oh, they killed her. You're jerks! And I'm an idiot. Yeah, okay, Darkseid, tell us something we didn't know. Well, did you know that I'm an Aries? There you go, there's something you didn't know. Just because I told you something you didn't know doesn't mean it was going to be useful. 170 money? I think I'll wait until the next level to hit the shop. Take a couple of slightly... damn. So a cool thing to keep in mind about Frost Barrage, I will take Cold Snap. Frost Barrage actually will send a Frost Bolt on the tile in front of you and the two tiles adjacent to that. So from right here, it would be along top, middle, and bottom. Now, if you fire all the way at top or all the way at bottom, that condenses the bottom one onto the path that you're on. So you actually fire two along that path. I will get to it and show you. Regular Frost Bolt. Alright, so I'm going to fire the Frost Bolt at the top of the screen. And that is going to force all of the bolts that would normally be on the top row to condense into the row I'm firing on. So as you can see, that's a good way to stack on damage. It makes Frostbolt kind of one of those secret super damage spells. Oops. I didn't mean to, I swear. Ugh. There we go. Explosive Tendons, yes, I will take that. Hit 5 tiles in front, add 1 kunai, and consume. So it's gonna give me more max HP, so yes, I am going to take it. Do cool girls look at explosions? Not exactly what you expect to hear from a career soldier, but again, it makes me think that there's a bit more humanity to Gunner, as it's not all about... It's not all just about, oh, I'm a dangerous soldier with a big gun. You know, he's trying to be an interesting person like anyone else. Hey, Gunner, could you please stop at the minefield? I made oops. Here we go. 1, 2, let's put up the firewall. Woo, woo, woo. I don't know why I felt like singing with firewall there. It's not like we're a British band singing a one-hit wonder. Darksage, are you saying that Wonderwall was a one-hit wonder? I mean, I could also just say that you have an ugly face, but I mean, that would be reductive of me now, wouldn't it? Look, I'm not saying Wonderwall is a bad song, but name me another song that Oasis has done. And some of you will be able to because you're real fans of the band, and I respect that. Me, I'm more of a metalhead, so you know, their work, I'm just gonna admit, kind of goes over my head a little bit. Sorry, guys. I'm not even gonna say over my head, it's just not to my taste. How about that? That's much more honest. I don't dislike it. Oh, it's called a Fire Kid. Okay, so Dragon Whelp. I just call it what it is. Yeah, I don't want any of those. Hey, kind of looking for, like, you know, Blizzard or Hailstorm or Ice Hockey. You know, any of these things that are going to help me out. So I have to go through the dark route to get to the shop. Alright, let's do it. Because it's not going to make the boss harder. It's just going to make the level on the way up to the boss harder. Owie. So for those who haven't quite picked up on how I'm playing Selicy yet, I use her as kind of a tanky, like slower-paced heavy hitter character. Well, I'd be doing great if I were focusing on fire, but that's the thing when you go to pick the Anima focus, is that you don't get to pick which third of Anima's focus you wanna really do. You just can't take a hold. Oh, that was dumb. Oh, that was also dumb. I need to stop doing stupid things! Explosive Tendons did its work there. Fortunately, it also kind of did it, you know, in my face. It exploded in my face is what I'm trying to say. Right before closing, of course. I've been there, honey, trust me. Okay, so I can actually do just fine with cell location on, I just need to make sure I know it's active. And I can afford to lose 2 max mana for 1 battle. I know you have artifacts for sale, but I don't want any of them. We're gonna buy an upgrade, and we're gonna use that to upgrade Ice Needle or Cold Medicine, I wonder. Let's start with Ice Needle. I'm completely fine with a double cast. Now let's refresh that stock. You want more? Yes, I do want more, actually. Thank you, hon. I will improve my max HP, but I am also going to remove that pack because that particular one is a little harsh. It's not terrible, don't get me wrong, but the other two are easier to deal with. That one, not so much. Alright, let's also upgrade shields up. Double cast, I love it. Yeah, of course. Now I have to remember, for a fight or two, I have to cast everything as if I were in the inverse location. Which means... There we go. Now, cell location is still up, so... Have to be careful. Especially since we now have to take it into a boss fight. Calamity spells? Hun, if I did, I would be using them for myself. How dare you? Oops. So, make no mistake, having cell location on does make things more difficult. Ugh. Mostly because you're fighting against muscle memory. If you've been practicing hard with the game, then you've likely got a lot of what you're doing down to muscle memory. There's a spell I like. Oh my goodness. Like I said, muscle memory. God. That's the real kicker of the cell location curse, that you are fighting against muscle memory. But fortunately, I've got enough shielding that I can still make this work. Oh, that was dumb. Shaw! Oh, Hollow Knight, how I love you. I just wish that series got more views on my channel. Well, I mean, you know, Dark Sage, this one ain't exactly getting me a ton of views either. And even though I'm aware of that, I'm still gonna press forward with it because, if nothing else, I enjoy this. There we go. Alright, so now we'll take on Saffron. Not Saffron. I already took on Saffron. What am I talking about? No, we're going to take on Hazel. Alright, and we are now out of the woods when it comes to the... Hey, please die, thank you. We're now out of the woods with the packs, so we're now back to normal. I don't really understand how Flamberge works. I just don't think it's good for the way this build works, I'm sorry. Gain 20 shield when you consume a card. You know what? I am consuming a couple of cards, so yes, that'll work. Alright, we're not going to go for the dark path this time. I think what we are going to do is take a few more difficult roads to try to get some better spells and relics out of it. Ragnarok! We bring about the apocalypse with a sword! There we go. Perfect. Now, there are other relics that work well with... I mean, this is basically just a free cast, but if I take this, that works with that meat shield that I picked up. Alright, and you'll just poison yourself to death, so I don't need to do nothing there. Nothing here I want. The game is being very stingy with its good ice spells. I have your sword. Amazing. Hey, I also have a sword. Now, I'm big on taking out the monoliths first in these matches, because they can cause an unnecessary amount of damage. The monoliths are kind of what make those hazard fights, if I'm being honest. How dare you? Yeah, we'll take hardened shields, why not? Actually, we have enough money to make the shop work. Northwind beam crystals. Okay. I do like the idea of getting more max HP, even if it means having to dodge swords. Hey, the music went away. Blue bullets and skewer. Okay, I'm not sure if there's anything here I really want. So did I do something that was intended to make this happen? Yeah, give me the luck. Alright, music is back. What was that all about, I wonder? Again, was that intended? Did... Sunglasses are doing me a world of good. Stop attacking the hostage. The hell's wrong with you, you jerk? Alright, and on to Hazel. Alright, so she does have the ability to just flood your field with garbage. So you need to be able to control that as well as do damage to her. That's why it's good to have good area of effect attacks. So that's basically why I usually don't worry myself about Hazel. Now, I was not prepared to find the safe spot for that attack. Matter of fact, it looks like there wasn't a safe spot. Alright, so yeah, this is becoming a bit more difficult than I had given it credit for, but then again, this is Hazel 4, and I did say that she could do this. There we go. Oh, hey, that was Miracle hitting. Alright. Alright, so I'm gonna have to save her so that she can give me my heal, because I think I kinda need it. Did go into a boss fight under a pact, though, so... Make of that what you will. But the pact will come off soon enough. Hey, you gotta go away. Kaboom. There we go, now I got him. I like Incline, I really do. Oh, and the shots pierce. Alright, I have a hard time turning down a solid source of raw damage. High in starch, fat, sodium, cholesterol, and calories. Why are you eating it then? That's how you get a heart attack! That's how you get a heart attack! It also sounds like you're describing lunch at McDonald's! Why? We'll take rollerblades. Alright, so the question is, do we go for the treasure chest, the campfire, or the shop? I'm a little conflicted on this one. I think the right answer is to take the money that I have and go to the shop. But I also think that I'd be putting myself in unnecessary risk if I did that, so... I will head to the campfire! I'm aware that I'm activating the quarreling doing this, but I also think that taking down the quarreling is going to be worth extra experience. There we go. If you know their movements, it's easy enough just to kind of dodge around and be like, okay, have some of this. Aha! Okay, I was not intending to release that one. You and your damn diagonal beams. Okay, you need to get out of here. I don't appreciate what you're doing to me here. There we go. Alright, quarreling is down. Oh, and there's Miracle doing its job again. Okay, maybe that thing activates more often than I give it credit for. not making any jams. Yeah, the game just does not want to give me spells that are attuned to my focus. I'm actually getting a little upset by that. Yeah, sorry, Hazel. There we go. Beautiful. Seriously? So you're willing to give me Firestorm, but you're not willing to give me anything ice-related. And I can't even cast it. I don't have that much mana. Ugh. Okay, so this isn't the greatest showcase of Selicy's abilities. I might end up doing this a second time, just because I just don't think this run is going to go anywhere. It's not for, certainly wasn't for lack of trying. I'm doing what I can to make this run into something. Okay, please destroy this. Damn volcano did more to stop me than any of the monsters. Alright, well I guess we're taking Cassidy's Scarf. So, didn't really get a whole lot to show that this is an ice-based character. You got basically the opposite of that. The game really didn't want me to use ice today. There we go. There we go. Now we got something aggressive. It's not a major aggression or anything. Oops. I made an oops. Alright. Oops. I keep screwing up! By the way, yes, I did hear Miracle kick in again, so starting to come around to that relic. This is the one attack of hers that I don't dodge flawlessly, pretty much. Well, and this one. I don't know why I have an easier time dodging that attack at the bottom of the screen than at the top. It's just preference, I guess. Oh, lame. There we go. And I said I was going to fight the gate, so I will fight the gate, even if I lose. I meant what I said, and I said what I meant. An elephant is faithful, shut up. Alright, so I have more fire damage coming on than ice damage, so I'm just going to take the Molten Core just for a little extra shield. Oh, I hate the searchlight. Okay, enough with the searchlights. God, those are the ones that I find the most difficult to deal with. Let's actually focus on the thing shooting at me, that'd be nice. Alright, so the fight starts off a little slow, but trust me, it's gonna start picking up, especially when the big laser cannons up front start coming out. Yep, here we go. Now shit's starting to get fucky. Alright, so something to remember about the wall. The big laser cannons are going to be at positions 1 and 3. Then the stuff that's parked up on the walls is going to be at positions 2 and 4. So as soon as you see one of those things pop up that you dislike the most, be prepared to launch attacks at those positions to break them. Yep, I heard it. Now I'm starting to understand how often Miracle actually works, and I'm starting to kind of dig it. And this is why I like Firewall so much, because it does a lot to slow this thing down. Come on. Oh, cool. Dead. There we go. We almost have it. And there we go. Good old Frost Step did the job. Oh yeah! And now for the attack that I have no idea how to dodge. Alright, so partway through... Yeah, how in the world do you even dodge that? Is that just supposed to not be able to be dodged, or is there a way to ward Seraph off there? I really have no idea. But regardless, you got to... By the way, the name of Selicy's weapon is Snowpiercer, not Frost Step. Then in her invade loadout, it's called Fair Frozen, which, by the way, is also the name of her song. So in case you're interested in going out and looking for it, matter of fact, if you're interested, just go out on Steam, buy the game, buy the soundtrack, support the devs. I've bought the soundtrack and the game twice, once on Nintendo Switch, once on Steam. I think this game is fantastic, and I'm having a lot of fun playing it. I hope you're having a lot of fun watching it. So, that having been said, thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and I will be seeing you